So that's funny that you and Tanya got that. And I didn't even realize, I mean, I knew I was kind of tired, but I didn't think anything about it. So you and Tanya both got that. She was the one who messaged me. Like she thought I wasn't.
She's the one with cancer?
Yep, she's the one.
Gotcha.
Hello. Welcome, everyone. So glad to see everyone here this morning. Thank y'all. Already starting to happy Tuesday, Jen. Everyone's starting to already like and share my live. I so appreciate you. I appreciate you. Yes, I'm trying to get back onto my Tuesday game. I think next Tuesday I'll be fine. The Tuesday after that I have a doctor's appointment. Yes, so February 10th I have scans, and so anyone that has cancer, has ever had anyone with cancer, I'm already getting scanxiety. I know how that goes. How are they going to be? Because my numbers have not been great. My tumor markers, you always wonder, what is that going to be like? I want to thank everyone who is liking and sharing my live. I appreciate you this morning. We're going to start out with some card reads. We're going to get right into it. I don't think I have any stories. Usually I have stories that I start off with and tell. I don't think I have any stories. That's interesting. So Dee, when you look at me on your screen, is the writing in my face? No? Okay. Good. It is on my screen, and I know that can be distracting, so I want to know what it looked like to the viewers. All right, let's see who we're going to start out with. Good morning. I was looking for Lola was the first person. I was trying to look for the first person who gave me gifts or shared my live. I so appreciate y'all. All right, this card read is for Lola. Miss Lola. Who was that song? I know you get this all the time. Probably Miss Lola. You're like, oh no, here she goes. Was that Barry Manilow that had that song, Lola?
I have no idea.
I'm sure Lola's like, oh Lord, she had to go there. You hear it all the time. All right, Miss Lola, here we go. Oh. It's funny, I was looking at these cards and I was hearing Spirit say, we didn't tell you to stop, and they didn't. I wasn't paying attention. I was just shuffling and I wasn't really paying attention to the cards. Spirit is like, I didn't tell you to stop. No, I didn't. I need a haircut. I'm going on Thursday, just so y'all are clear. So no one be talking trash about my hair. I know it's a hot mess. I have a haircut. Y'all know, it doesn't feel good when you leave the hairdresser and you're just like, oh yes, and my hair is like all spiffy again. Okay, let me be quiet. Lola. Right there, it said stop. I was very clear. I heard the stop. All right. Excellent. Okay, so Miss Lola, the first card we're getting is the Two of Swords. And you can see swords are associated with air, which is kind of flowy thought type. You have to think about air, the flowing emotion, thought processes. And you can see how she has two swords and then she has a blindfold on. And it's really about making difficult decisions and weighing your options. So you have some difficult decisions coming up. These decisions have to really do with some action that you need to take, and the action isn't something that you're sure you want to do. We've all been in those situations where we have these difficult decisions coming up and we're just not sure, is this something I want to do? You feel like you need to, but you're just not sure. The reason I know that next card is a Knight of Swords, and you see this, again, we have this air energy, and he is charging in a new direction. You can see he's charging, very confident. So you have a difficult decision to make. You're going to be confident in it once you make it, and you're going to be charging in a new direction. Again, the next card is a sword. You're going to make this decision by taking a step back and really think about it in an unbiased manner. It reminds me of when I'm mentoring people and we're talking through a decision. I always ask what their motive is. I do care eventually about what they're going to do, but more when you start, what is your motive of making the decision? You want to make sure your motives are right and you're looking at it unbiasedly, and then the decision will come to you. You will be making, once you make that decision by sitting with your intuition, you will be making the right decision, because we have the Three of Cups here, which is about people coming together. So very indicative of you making the right decision. The cups is about water, relationships, emotions. It's associated with this Cancer sign, which is all about these emotions. So, but before you get into the touchy-feeling emotions, because this emotion is at the end of the reading, so it's about after you have made this decision and charged in the right direction, you're going to be happy and proud of yourself because you did make this hard decision and you did it in a very integrous way. All right, that was for Miss Lola. Thank you, Miss Lola. I want to thank everyone who is liking my sharing my live. I so appreciate you. Thank you. You're welcome, Lola. All right. Chelsea, thank you for the gift. Miss Chelsea just sent me a little gift, so let me give her a reading here. I'm saying Chelsea until the cards say stop. And they just said stop. All right, it's a beautiful day here in Nebraska. I don't know how it is with y'all, but it's very sunny. It can be overcast sometimes here. Of course, we were stationed in North Dakota for a while, and it was like overcast the entire dadgum winter. All right. Wow, you got a lot of things going on, Miss Chelsea. I'm about to sneeze. Let me get a tissue. I can feel a sneeze coming. 'Tis the season, right? Oh. Okay, I'm usually a two sneezer. Okay. Now this is for Miss Chelsea. Thank you, Chelsea, for the gifts and sharing my live. I so appreciate you. The first card here is the one that always gives me pause when it comes up for me. It's the Tower card. It's not negative. It's not necessarily a bad sign. You just know something's coming your way. Something that is a sudden change. It's like the rug was pulled out from under you. Before you get too upset over it, though, it is a good change. Sometimes before we can really even evaluate changes, we're like, oh my goodness, what is going on? Something just rocked my world. It's going to be a good change, Chelsea, because the next sign that comes, the next card is a 9 of Cups, which is good energy, wish come true, abundance. So when you have this big change coming your way, sometimes it can be disconcerting because it's energy we weren't expecting, but it's going to be good in the end. It's going to also have to do with the King of Pentacles. The Pentacles is really earth energy. It's about your walk on this planet. It can also be about your job. But I feel like this is what this rug is going to be pulled out from under you. Now, I'm not saying this is going to happen. I'm giving you an example. This would be one of those situations where you got reprimanded at work, or you're just so fed up at work you decide to look for another job, or you might even lose your job and you find one better. It's that Tower card, chaotic energy, something sudden change, but you're going to have an abundance, so don't get too stressed out over it. It feels like it has to do with your job. The last card here is something that, out of all this is the card I want you to really pay attention to. It's the Devil card. The Devil card is about something that throws you off your game. Let's just say, an example, you lose your job. Instead of, yes, and please, if anyone has anything, this Tower card moment where you lose your job or something negative happens, take time to process that. But then you want to look at, what do I have positively? Do not get into vengeful thinking. Addiction, or this is, I don't feel like it's addiction, but this card can also symbolize addiction, shadow self, just something that's going to throw you off your game that is negative. It's an awareness to bring your attention to that. Don't get into the negative emotions of this Tower card moment. What positive do you have your way? Because when you focus on the positive, that's when the abundance is going to come out. All right. Thank you, Miss Chelsea. I appreciate you this morning. All right. Thank you for the lights. I appreciate you.
She says there was a minister in the church hurt. He very evil things happening there, and it hurt me.
I'm so sorry, Chelsea. Do you have a grandmother in spirit? As I was tapping into you, I kept hearing from Spirit, tell her don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. And I'll get to I'll tell you what that means in a second. But then I realized it was coming from this grandmother energy. I thought it was just my guides giving me information. So Chelsea, what that means is don't throw away religion because the church was evil. It's the people that were evil, not necessarily the religion. I know that's crazy. I know people are like, you're a psychic medium. Yes, of course I believe in God and Jesus. I spend a lot of time with Jesus. So, of course I believe in him. It's the people that twist the words. Good. She said they were healing for sure. Thank you. Yes, the other day I was having lunch. I need to post that picture. I was having breakfast with some friends yesterday, and she was a strong Catholic and kind of disenchanted with the church, how judgy it was. And I always say when people come up with them a judge it, can you imagine? I want y'all to imagine this. You've transitioned, you've passed, and you're at the gates of heaven, right? Which it doesn't really work that way, but walk with me. You're at the gates of heaven, and Jesus comes to the gate, and he looks at you, and he's like, it says here you weren't quite judgy enough. So you need to go back to earth, try to be a little bit more judgy, and then come back and try it. Please. I'd much rather Jesus be telling me I love too much and too hard. Right? All right, Miss Sissy, thank you for sharing my live. I so appreciate you. This card is for these cards are for Miss Sissy. Sharing my live like crazy. I appreciate you. Right there. I couldn't even get them back together. Good grief. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. I don't normally read cards reversed. Y'all heard me say that. But I'm feeling the need to do that. And it's funny. Y'all saw me shuffling. The first card in this reading is the same first card that I had for the last round. And it's the Tower card. So, Sissy, you've recently had, for the other person, which I think it was Chelsea, I felt that her Tower card moment was coming. For you, Miss Sissy, I feel like you've already had your Tower card moment. And it just really has rocked your world. And the next card coming up is the Seven of Cups. It came up reversed. I don't normally read reversed cards because this deck is pretty new. And so I've been very particular about putting them all back in order. But all of a sudden this comes up reversed. I don't normally read. They shouldn't be. I've been very particular about putting them back in order. So the reversed Seven of Cups is about really coming into alignment with your personal values, making sure that you are you're having this lack of purpose. This Tower card moment really rocked your world, and now you're having a lack of purpose and you're kind of not sure of your direction. So when you're not sure of your direction, you're feeling this lack of purpose, you want to go back to your values. What was your end goal? You're being called to step into your High Priestess energy. The High Priestess energy is all about, intuition and sacred knowledge and just really residing in that divine feminine. Now, divine feminine, though it is about love, and it's also about strength and power. Strength and power is not about, who can I pummel, who can I beat up. To me, your strength comes from just holding the line, holding your integrity when everyone else is failing. That's where true strength comes in, and you're being called to tap into that energy. Again, Sissy, the next card is the Magician. So you had two cards back to back, the 1 and the 2, and they're all about intuition. Both of these cards are about, the Magician is more about creating from an intuition spot. The High Priestess is about sitting with that intuitive knowledge. And that one came first. So let me read these back in order so we can follow this story. You had a Tower card moment which really knocked you out of alignment. You were feeling real lack of purpose and direction. When you're feeling that, you want to go back to your goals. What were my goals? You want to make sure you're navigating this situation with this High Priestess energy, which is about intuition and sitting with your wisdom. And your true strength comes when we're residing in your wisdom when everyone else around you is failing. And it ends with the Magician. Magician is about intuitive action, like moving forward. So after you've sat with this High Priestess energy, which is about sitting with your intuition, sitting with this divine feminine wisdom and knowledge, preparing a plan, and then moving forward. All right. Thank you, Miss Sissy. Okay, what are we, y'all want to continue cards, or do y'all want, let's see. I'm sorry, Sissy, sometimes that's not such a bad thing. I know it's tough, though. Do y'all want cards? Do you want to continue with cards, or do y'all want, I'm trying to make sure I get these cards back in here right. Or do y'all want Spirit-led? What are you all up for this morning? Spirit-led or cards? Spirit-led. All right. Princess Rose, I know that you have been sharing and liking my live, so I'm going to do a quick card read for you because she said psychic. Let me do a quick card read, and then we will head over to Transition People. There's a gentleman here waiting to step up. Okay. Okay. Just know, people, if I do not know you, I'm not going to let you go live with me. Because I don't know what you're going to come on screen and do. It could be anything. Don't request to go live with me if I don't know you. Because I'll be like, I don't know, are you going to come on and not have any clothes on? What are you going to talk about? Because, Okay, so this is for Princess Rose. The first card we have here just makes me smile. It is the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is really about, old friends coming up, happy memories, just being familiar with the people that you're around. The next one is the Ace of Cups, which is love and compassion and new feelings, starting a new relationship. So this tells me this is about old relationships. Next up, we have new relationships. You're going to meet someone significant in your life through some friends. To be able to fully appreciate this new relationship, you're going to have to end something from the past. This is the Death card. You have to end something in the past to fully appreciate this new relationship. Now, this tells me for you to be careful because you're not seeing things as they are. You see how this guy, someone's trying to give him this cup and he's just looking away. So he's not appreciating what is around him. So make sure you are connecting to your environment, you're connecting to your walk on this planet and what is really going on, and you're not looking at it through rose-colored glasses. So real quick, you're going to meet a significant relationship through some friends, but to appreciate this new relationship, you're going to have to put to rest some things from your past that you are not looking at accurately. Sorry. All right. Thank you, Miss Princess Rose. Thank you. Oh, man, I'm moving y'all around. Sorry about that. Did y'all get dizzy? I was like scooting y'all around. Let's roll into some Spirit-led. All right. There's a gentleman stepping up. I'm hearing the name Tony around him. Tony is speaking, I was about to say he's speaking with an accent, and he was teasing me that I was saying that in a way y'all were going to think from a foreign country accent. But I was thinking like East Coast accent. Okay, so we have a gentleman here. I'm hearing a Tony name around him. He's from the East Coast. He's a stocky guy. He is letting me know that he was, he had some meat on his bones. He was kind of stocky. Not like I go to the gym and almost felt, but yeah. He is showing me, he had facial hair. I was like, what are you pointing at, dude? And he passed fairly young. He was an adult. I'm hearing 30s or 40s. And he liked to go hanging with the guys at the bar. And this bar he liked to hang out with, he would throw darts. They had a dart board there. And that was one of his, hold on just a second. I think I just had someone change an appointment. I'm asking 3 people to share. Okay, I'm sorry. I have to handle this business real quick, people. I'm so sorry. I'll get back to this person. But I have to handle it because it is an appointment for today. So I have to handle this shift and see if I can accommodate it, actually. Can I accommodate this shift? Ooh. Hold on just a second. Okay. I could shift to, I'm so sorry, people. I'm so sorry. But it's an appointment for today. To CST, but our meeting time would have to be cut short. Don't y'all love this? Me taking care of business. I'm so sorry. Yes, I do private readings. That's what this is about. Someone doing a private reading today, and they have to shift their time. But I'm usually back to back. Once I start working, I'm usually back to back. I could shift to, but our meeting would be cut a little short. It is a 45-minute meeting, which I could accommodate. Okay. You want to shift. So, let me answer this question. So, this is a healing, because if y'all just heard me, I can't run over. My healing, when you come to me for a healing, I'm sorry, Danny, I was taking care of some business. Poor Danny. She's like, why are we sitting here just staring at Christy? Because Christy was trying to handle some business. Okay, so that was actually a healing. So when people come to me for healings, they're really 45 minutes, but I always run over on my healings. I should just change the time on my website and be done with it. Because I roll into much more when you come to me for a healing. Because the reason they're 45 minutes, I used to just do trance healing. But now I do like some cud cording and reading of your aura to see if you have some cords that need to be cut. And then we roll into trance, and that's why it's so much longer. Okay, so I have a gentleman here. He has an East Coast accent. He has a stocky build. He had facial hair. He died, I want to say, in his late 30s, early 40s. He liked hanging out at this local bar with his friends, and this bar had a dart board in it because he liked to play darts. He is showing me he was a blue-collar worker, is what he is saying. Complete family guy, and I don't know why he is telling me this, but this man loved his mama. Okay, what else you got for me, dude? Take me through your day. I said, take me through your day. It's for whoever can claim him. Yes, this is spirit-led, Miss Princess Rose. He is taking me through his day. And so he shows me, like it's a crisp morning. This was actually, I said, why are you showing me this? It was his favorite time of the year. It wasn't quite winter, but it was a crisp morning. And he is showing me, remember those members only jackets? This would be for my 80s people. Y'all remember those members only jackets? He is showing me wearing one of those. And he is coming out of his apartments or down these steps. It's like a walk up, but he's coming down these steps onto the streets, and it is your classic, like, I don't know. I've never been on the I've never been on to the East Coast like this, but he's showing me your classic New York, New Jersey type walk up. And he's walking up the streets, and there's buses and noise, and he loved that energy of the city. Okay. I'm going to describe this gentleman one more time. We'll see if we can get him placed. I have a gentleman here. If y'all can't, if no one claims him, we're going to move on. We have a gentleman here. Yes. So I said, move on. And he said, like I was going to push him to the side. And I was like, no, you're just going to, stand here. And I don't think G was claiming. Was G claiming him? Someone said G said yes. I think G was answering the question that was the members only. I was asking if anyone had remembered those members only jackets. Okay, so now listen to this Oh no, you're fine. There is absolutely no reason to apologize. Okay, this gentleman I'm hearing the name Tony around him. He is showing me he was from the East Coast. He had a stocky build. He had facial hair off and on. He is showing me, I felt like he passed in his late 30s and into his 40s. He stopped me when I was saying that. He liked to hang out at this local bar. Was his, if you wanted to find him on the evening during the week, it was a local bar that had a dart board. He liked to play darts in there. He was a blue-collar worker. This man loved his mama. He is showing me, I said, take me through your day, and he was showing me he loved the time of year where it's kind of crisp in the air, it's fall. And he's leaving your classic, like he's coming down these set of cement stairs from his apartments, and he has his members only jacket on, and he's like walking, he's kind of strutting. He loved the energy of the city. There's a bus going by. Okay, does this gentleman fit anyone? Okay, doesn't look like anyone's going to take him, so let's put him to the side. We'll take the, oh. I hit a button I didn't mean to. There we go. Y'all disappeared for a moment. No, where did y'all go? All right, I want to thank everyone who is liking and following my live. If you haven't done so yet, please hit the follow button. Also, I do have a free event coming up February 5th at noon. Make sure you check that out on my website under events. It is, it's actually to see if Intro to Psychic Mediumship would fit for you, but also it's just fun to see how I get my information. So we break it down. I really open it up to questions. It's held via Zoom, so there's more personal to it. So that is February 5th. If anyone's interested in that, pop over to my website, Christy Godwin Psychic Medium, and register under the events. It's February 5th at noon Central Time. Okay. This next lady stepping up is, I'm sorry. It's a grandmother energy. I was like, a grandma, really? Don't we have anything juicy? And she's like, nope, a grandmother's what you got. So, okay. This lady is showing me, must have been something y'all teased her about, or there was like an acknowledgement about, that she always wore hose with her dresses. Like, she did not like to be bare-legged. And her hose have wrinkles at the bottom, like, there's these wrinkles at the bottom. She's joking because she was always wearing these older lady shoes. And when she walked, she kind of walked like this. Like something was wrong with her hip. Just kind of, she got around fine. There was just a little, her walk was a little uneven. She is showing me that she was very fluffy and very well endowed when it comes to the booby area. I'm making notes so I don't forget. I know, right? So when spirits give me things like that, it's an acknowledgement that it was talked about, or people would tease her, or, you know, she would tease herself about it. She's also showing me there was a lot of stuff sitting around her house. She was definitely not someone who had everything in order. I'm not saying her house was dirty at all, but she liked things sitting around. They were her treasures. Also, this TV is very loud. And she had false teeth. Her hair had gone, aw, thank you, Maria. I do love personalities. So Maria says, I love their sense of humor, and that you can convey that. I do. Personalities are my thing. I love that. Okay, false teeth. Her hair had gone almost completely white. Like, this is a little bit lighter than gray. All right, let me recap. Okay, we have a grandmother energy. She is showing me that she wore, anytime she wore a dress, which was frequently, it wasn't always a dressy dress, her pantyhose would have wrinkles at the bottom, and even with her dresses, she wore old lady shoes. She was very, thank you, that came from Wayfair.
I think it's Kelly. Kelly Partridge.
Okay, Miss Kelly. Kelly, are you claiming the spirit, Kelly Partridge? Dee said she thinks it belongs to you. Oh, she's running late for work. So Kelly, can you talk to us for a moment? I'm going to ask you to go live. We'll see if she can go live. She said she's running late for work, so here I am making her even later.
Hey, sorry.
Kelly, where are you located?
I'm in Arizona, but this isn't where my grandma lived.
No, it's not. Okay, so now everything fit. Did y'all make fun of her big boobs, or was there a joke about it?
No. That's the only thing that, like, I mean, yeah, yes, she was. But
Very well
no,
endowed.
it's not something. Maybe she got made fun of when she was younger, but no, it's not something that we would make. That's the only thing that's not. She was.
Yeah, she was, but she all just made fun of it. And y'all, you remember her having the hose with always having.
Oh yeah. Anytime that she would wear, they weren't like dressy. They were dressy dresses, but like to church and stuff. Yeah, she always had to have hose, and then like they were like white, like not platform, but like
Yes, like the bigger, fatter heel.
yeah, with the buckle.
Yes, yep. And that's why, like that, she always wore those. She thought they were so happening, and she's saying they were.
Yep.
Okay, Kelly, I know you're in a hurry. You're kind of running late for work, so I'll try to talk fast. Now, she's referencing in the last 3 years, you had a very tumultuous relationship issue. Did you go through a divorce or relationship split?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. She's acknowledging how proud she is of you for standing for your truth, because you woke up one day and you just decided, you found out something that had happened, and you're like, yeah, no, that does not fit with who I am and my truth, and I will not talk.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
And she's acknowledging how proud she is of you for navigating that situation. Also, I see in your picture that you have a daughter there, but do you also have another child?
No, I just have one.
Did you have a miscarriage or an abortion?
No, just the one.
Okay. She is referencing another child around you in addition to this one. Did you have a stepchild, or do you have a niece or a nephew that you're very close to?
I have a nephew that passed that would be with her.
Okay. Very good. Not very good, but
yeah.
yeah. I'm trying to talk very fast, and I knew it was someone in spirit. Let's reason asked if you had miscarriage or an abortion, because there is definitely
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that would make sense.
Now this makes perfect sense because whenever she first stepped up, I was like, "Grandmother, can we have something juicy?" She said, "I got you." I was like, "Okay, we're gonna roll with it." And
That's
so
funny.
this is what she was talking about. She was actually here to pave the way to bring in through this baby. Now,
Yeah, I mean, that's something that I would maybe say, but like, she's very more reserved, I guess.
oh yeah, absolutely.
But if, but she's very ornery, so like, that would be something that she knows that I would like laugh at.
Right, she is very ornery.
Yeah.
Now, is this your sister or your brother's baby child?
It's my stepsisters, but
Your stepsisters.
we've been sisters since we were 3.
Um, this baby. Do you know what it was? Oh, did you say it was a? Did you already say it was a boy?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay. Because I was about to say it was a boy. It's like, does she already know that? I couldn't remember if you had said it or not. Sometimes when you're a medium, you don't know how you
He wasn't a baby when he passed.
or if it's been said. This baby sends her dragonflies. So tell her to look out for that. Dragonflies.
Say that again.
Dragonflies. This baby sends his mama dragonflies. So make sure she's on the lookout for those, and that's going to be the baby to his mom.
So my nephew was old. He was a kid still, but he wasn't a baby.
I know. So I don't know how much you watch me going live.
Sorry, I know. I was just getting in my car, so I probably missed.
No. I was gonna say, but if this is more of a personality trait of my own, for anyone who has watched me go live, I call people even in their 20s and stuff once they pass, and I'm talking to an aunt or a mom. I call them babies because my babies are babies.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And so that is kind of
yeah. My sister always called him her baby.
Very good.
It's always her baby.
Very good. I was going to say, and I did use that term much more often than I normally do, which is telling that your sister, like,
oh yeah,
you
definitely
say that.
Yep, that makes sense.
Okay. Now
that makes sense.
Your grandmother is coming back to you and how you navigated this relationship breakup in such a beautiful manner of integrity. And there were times where you were really tempted to slip into that revenge. I'm going to take you out, which we all would be. But she's saying you navigated it in such a beautiful manner that she's very proud of you.
And it would have been like a lot easier if I just stuck through that, but it's not. I wasn't happy. I had to get out. We weren't married.
But it functioned like a marriage.
But
also,
we weren't married, but yeah. I understand why she would bring that up.
Yes. She's also talking about you going to work. Are you looking for another job or switching jobs within your current company?
Just started looking. I've worked 2 different jobs, and I'm looking recently for both new jobs at both places. Yeah.
Very good. She is very excited about that. She says don't get discouraged. So that tells me it might take you a little longer than you were hoping, but she is saying don't get discouraged. You're on the right path. So make sure you continue that journey. You don't get discouraged.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Miss Kelly.
Thank you. That was amazing. Thank you. I really needed to hear from her. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. All right. Her grandmother did a really good job with all that. Okay. I want to thank everyone who is liking and sharing my live. If you haven't done so, please click that follow button. I also want to reference a free event I have coming up February 5th. You have to register on my website. It's at noon Central Time. And it's to ask questions about intuition to see if intro to mediumship is for you. A lot of times when people look at my classes and intro to psychic mediumship, they think it's about, oh, I want to be a psychic medium. This is just about navigating life in a more intuitive manner. Of course, you can continue on and become a psychic medium, but this is just a beginning class. It really is about learning to read energy, recognize synchronicities, and know what you're seeing whenever you have communication with the other side. I'm going to recap a gentleman I had earlier, and then we're going to... Oh, Kelly, you're fine. I knew that's what was going on. Kelly said she was sorry that it was on speaker and she was rushing to work, connecting on her phone. I knew that's what was going on. It was no big deal. No apologies. And thank you. She said it made so much sense to her. Thank you, thank you. Okay, the gentleman from earlier, I'm going to recap, and he's standing in a very cocky manner here against the class is held via Zoom, and the classes are held Tuesday evenings. The free event is next Wednesday, so a week from tomorrow, via Zoom at noon Central Time, but the classes are actually held Tuesday evenings. This gentleman is standing up against my bookcase here, the one that I'm about to recap because he's been waiting his time, like this, with one of his legs bent and up against the bookshelf and the other one straight. So that's also definitive of how he is standing. Right now it is 10:43. I'm on Central Time. Tony wants to be claimed. That's right, Joni. I'm glad you remembered. Okay, so I have this gentleman with Tony name around him. He is letting me know he's from the East Coast. He was stocky. He had facial hair off and on. I'm not seeing, and I'm more of seeing a mustache that he would have off and on. He died, I want to say, in his late 30s to early 40s. He liked to hang out at a local bar where he threw darts. He was a blue-collar worker. He loved his mama. I'm sorry, I wrote something down here. I don't know what I wrote. I was trying to read my handwriting. When I asked him to take me through his favorite day, he's showing me that one of his favorite days was when it was like the fall, crisp. He's leaving these apartments. He's like strutting down them like he owns the world. He's wearing this members only jacket. He is showing me that he didn't have a stable, he might have had a girlfriend at the time, but I'm feeling like there was a broken relationship in his past. Whether it was a divorce or a relationship that functioned like a marriage, it ended. Mostly because of his behavior. Someone claimed to Tony earlier, a dad. Did they leave? Oh, thank you, Chelsea. I didn't see that.
I didn't either.
Okay, so, Guy, that's true. Princess Rose says, guys, the name doesn't have to be Tony. So as I said, Tony around him. Tony from Staying Alive. Was there a Tony in Staying Alive? I don't remember that show, Marcy. Okay. Is someone going to claim this gentleman? I feel like he belongs to a female on here. He has a strong dad energy, so he is either a dad or it was me who claimed him earlier, but it wasn't for me, I realized afterwards. Now, I think they're talking about someone else. Oh, John Travolta was Tony in that show? I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that was his name. Yes, he is telling them to come and claim him. He is showing me, he comes from either a dad or just came in, so I don't know the details, Jesse. Okay. All right, I'm going to repeat one more time and then we're going to move on. We have this East Coast guy with a Tony name around him. And I'm going to just tell the spirits right now that, and yes, I do communicate with spirits. I give them directions during readings. So I'm going to tell them I don't want any more of this missagosh going on, that I want to make sure that whoever is stepping up can be claimed readily and that the information is concise because this is taking way too long on a live. Okay. We have a gentleman here. His name, there is a Tony name around him. He's from the East Coast, stocky. He had facial hair, but not always. Like he's showing me this mustache. He was in his late 30s to early 40s. He liked to hang out at a local bar. He liked to play darts there. He was a blue-collar worker. He loved his mama. Show him his favorite time of the year was when he could leave and go like strut up the street and it's this crisp air and he's wearing a members only jacket. He has a dad energy about him also, so that means he is connected to the dad side of the family. Okay. Thank everyone who is liking and sharing the live. I'm sorry, I was also focusing on this spirit that is stepping up. All right, doesn't look like anyone's going to claim this person, so let's move it along. Hello, Camilla. You're welcome, Jesse. Okay, so Brittany is saying someone was her dad's nephew, and it's my Tony. Okay, so let's see what Brittany's talking about here. Miss Brittany, let's see what you're talking about. Brittany,
Hello.
how are you?
I'm good.
So now, this was your talking about your dad's nephew.
Yeah, my dad's nephew, my aunt's son, was
Okay.
he was unalived by wife's his wife was cheating on him, and so I didn't know if he was unalived or not.
So was Tony his name or someone else's name?
Yeah, Tony was his name, and he was a mama's boy.
Okay, so she has just fit like everything that I had said about. I said, he has dad energy, so he's from the dad side of the family. If y'all notice, I didn't say he was dad. I said he was from the dad side of the family. Brittany just confirmed that. I was talking about these problems with women earlier, and do you remember him having like this kind of East Coast accent of being?
Yeah. Oh. Sorry, I'm outside, and that was my son.
No, you're all good.
Yeah, he was. So he's from a different state than I am, but we all. I mean, he's a lot older. We all grew up together.
You can tell that because not my concern, but I was just clarifying because you all can tell that Miss Brittany has a little Southern accent going on, and this guy is acknowledging that he didn't really have a Southern accent. He had Southern views. Now, has there been questions about if he was unalived or not, or did y'all already know?
No. Yes, actually, but I had a private reading with you, and you said he was he was definitely unalived.
Oh, okay.
They
I don't
said
remember
he
that.
well, they said he committed suicide. That's what's on the police report, but we think his wife's boyfriend came in the house and shot him.
Yeah, he was unalived. So that's by someone else. And so it's funny. I don't remember that. Now, y'all can imagine, Brittany said I said this in a private reading. I don't remember my private readings. And if you come to me several times and your mom steps up every time, I will remember that. But something, an offshoot like this. And so I was about to confirm again. It's like, yeah, he did not. He was unalived. And but Brittany said that. I said that in the original meeting also. He is referencing... Okay, so now, Brittany, you're divorced, right?
Yes. Yes.
He's referencing that. Okay, so if I start talking about something you don't want to talk about, then say, yeah, I don't really want that. I don't want my business out there. He's saying that you got out while the getting was good. Now, was your husband starting to get violent?
Yes. Yeah.
I guess I didn't realize that.
It was just odd because he passed about 10 years ago, and so I've only been divorced for 3 years, and so it was just odd that he brought that up.
Yes. He's referencing this violence that it was going to get worse. Your ex-husband has some healing that needs to do.
Yes.
And he was starting to take it out on you. And it's one thing, you were already, he is saying, experiencing like emotional abuse, but was about to get physical.
Yes.
He is also referencing more power to him. So has your ex moved on to another relationship?
He did at one point. I don't know what's going on now, but
Yeah, your ex still really, really loves you. And I don't think you are, and I don't know why he's referencing it, but I'm going to tell you, he's talking about don't be swayed back into that. So if you ever felt like that, oh, he's changed, I'm going to forgive him. It's free will. You can do what you want. This should just be information, like a tool in your toolbox. But I am definitely hearing don't be persuaded and don't go back to that. There is someone that you have recently been talking to or talking to, I want to see, in the last 6 months. And you shouldn't be talking to him. That person hasn't changed either. He's showing me it's like someone from your past has reappeared. Have you been talking to someone from your past that has reappeared?
Well, I do have a guy best friend from college. I've just remained in contact with, but that's the only.
Yeah, no, that's not it. Mm-mm. This is a romantic thing. So if someone rears their head again, someone you used to talk to or date, he's saying steer clear of that. You have not met the person that is meant for you. So y'all know, for everyone watching, I get nosy and I ask, when is she going to meet him? Is it going to be in 2025? No, 2026. I feel like it's going to be next year, but it's going to be towards the end of next year. I can see fall in the air.
Connor, stop. Connor. I was just wondering if he stop, Connor. Oh, sorry.
No. I bet most of the people here are mamas, or they understand mamahood. I'm like, yeah, no, we get that.
I was just wondering if he found peace.
Instantaneously.
It was so unexpected, and we didn't even know. I mean, it breaks my heart still thinking about it. And
I know. And I was trying to find the right words because there are no right words. So my struggle is I know what I'm seeing and feeling, but there's no right words to take the hurt away and the pain away from people that are left behind, because all we see is a life cut short.
Right, because I mean, he truly lost everything that day. His life, his kids, his family.
Mm-hmm. Did he have 3 kids?
He had two boys.
He's showing me 3. I don't know what this third one is about.
There was three siblings. I mean, he had two. There was 2 boys and a girl.
Very
My
good.
aunt
That's where I
had.
was about to go. I was like, okay, someone had 3 kids. It was either he was one of 3 or he had 3. Honestly, Brittany, what he is showing me is feeling sad for the people left behind. He's in a much better place. And he's like, it's great over here. His hesitancy, his reticence is about the people left behind and what they had to go through. He is more concerned about the trauma that it put his family through. He's also very concerned. So now this is no accident that this is the second time this gentleman has stepped up and said, my life was taken for me. And I asked him why he did that. Like, why Brittany got the message the first time, apparently. Why are we saying it again? Because the thought, like, people think that his life was taken, but that fact that it's on his death certificate really makes the people in his family sad. It hurt because it makes them doubt. So it's like they know, but it's in writing that he just committed, he took his own life. And
Yeah, my dad helped raise them, and our whole family was just, we didn't believe he committed. I mean, he's just not that type of person.
No.
And he just, no one believe there's a lot of grief about that, and his ex-wife is still just living her life, and just having, I don't know, it's just
And you know what?
it's a
She doesn't
difficult
have. This
thing.
is the problem: is she does not have remorse about the situation.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to say.
She's living her life to the fullest, and it's like, he was a blip in the radar, whatever. Not that we want. Well, sometimes that's a human side of us where I'm like, yeah, no, I want you to feel bad. I know that's not the way people in heaven feel, but I'm here on earth and I have earthly feelings, and when someone does something horrible like this, I want them to feel bad. And she doesn't.
Yeah.
And he's acknowledging that because he wants, so anytime you're around any of his family that believes in mediumship, reference to them that this gentleman has stepped up. This will be on my YouTube in, I don't know, probably 5 days or so. It takes my
I'm actually about to go visit my aunt, his mom, in a couple of weeks. And so
Okay, very good.
maybe
Then
that's
it's
my
possible that he stepped up today. So let her know he did not take his own life. He would never have done that to her or his children. And he is saying no woman is worth that. He's also telling me to let her know that he is the one who messes with the electronics. He's what I call a haunting spirit. He pulls out all the stops to let his mama know he's around. He messes with her TV, like I see it blipping. He makes there's a light in her house that flickers. He messes with that. He also is the one who sent her the cardinals. Probably not now because but he sent her the cardinals over the summertime. So let her know and show her this if she's interested in it. But he loved his mama. He's saying he never would have done that to her or his children. And he also wants her to know that yes, it was him visiting her. She had a dream about him, and she wasn't sure if it was just her bringing those memories to fruition and creating this dream, or if it was actually a visitation. It was a visitation.
Yeah, him and his wife had a rough time for several years, and he was just trying to make it until his children turned 18. And I think his youngest son was 16, and so I'm just sad he didn't,
He didn't make it, yeah.
So,
All right, thank you, Miss Brittany.
thank you.
Have a good day.
You too.
All right. I want his family to know this. He was not. I know, right? He wasn't going away. I was starting to be, as y'all could tell, a little bit annoyed at the spirit world. I don't like it when they do that. They know when it's going to take a long time to have them claimed. I don't know if Miss Brittany had just popped on or what it was, but yeah. Okay, so now this, I'm going to tell y'all the name I just heard. I want y'all to take it with a grain of salt because I'm like, what? I heard the name like Geraldo. I haven't heard that name since that talk show host back in the day. Remember that talk show host, Steve? Anyway, so I'm going to describe this gentleman. Take that name with a grain of salt because I'm like, I don't even know. That's one of those times as a medium, you're like, am I making this crap up? Okay. This gentleman, hello. Bouncing back and forth with work. So this gentleman is, I don't know who someone's asking me, whose name? Oh, that was spirit led. So the last one I just did, Lola Zen, was spirit led. And now I'm this new spirit stepping up. I haven't started describing yet, but I heard the name Geraldo. But again, I'm saying that take that with a grain of salt because that's a tough name to get me. I'm not sure what that's about. This guy is definitely letting me know that he was tall, dark, and handsome. He had Tuardo. Sophia, is your partner in spirit? Sophia, yes, okay. Okay. I'm going to ask Sophia to go live. I normally don't ask people to go live this quickly, but okay, Sophia, down at the bottom of your screen is a blue and pink person. Click that and ask me to go live. It won't let me request you. So click that person down at the bottom. I know, right? It was instant because, so whenever the first thing, like this Tony, I was like, eh. But when someone gets me a weird name like that, I'm just like, I don't even know. Right, Jesse? Thank you, Spirit. I put out there, it's like, okay, we're done with this. We're not having someone take that long to get accepted. Spirit listens to us. When we talk to them, they listen. They don't always deliver in the time frame I would like them to, but they do listen. Hi, Sophia.
Hi. Hello.
So where are you located, Sophia?
I'm in England.
You're in England. Okay. What time is it there?
It's 5 o'clock now.
Oh, okay. Very good.
I'm shaking because you just said that name and I was like, oh my God, that's Tuardo.
Yes, and so I have to give your
I'm
spirit
actually
kudos
shaking. Yeah.
because it takes a lot to get me such a weird name. I mean, not that
Tuardo, his name is.
Yes, it's a very odd name. So for
Yeah.
him to even get close to that, I just
Oh
have to
my
give your
God.
spirit. And so
Yeah.
I asked him why. Yeah, like why did you step up and try to just give me this weird name when you could give me a personality or something better? He said because he needed your attention quickly.
Yeah.
Were you about to pop off of my live?
Yeah, I think I was.
Yes, because he said, no, I needed to grab that attention very quickly. So I knew it was something, time was of the essence. Now he's letting me know that it's like one day he was here and one day he wasn't.
Yeah.
So his passing was sudden.
Yeah.
He is saying, he's letting me know it was a complete accident and he never would have left you on purpose. He is
Yeah.
talking about that you were the love of his life.
Yeah.
Did y'all have children together?
No, we had stepchildren between us.
Okay, very good. I was seeing children running around.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
a family environment.
Yeah.
He is telling me that must have been why he was focusing on you were the love of his life because you weren't his first relationship. He had
Yeah.
history with someone else.
Yeah.
He is saying he's being kind of sweet, but they were just kind of a placeholder until he could find his true love. He's telling me, Sophia, that there was when he passed, there was like I feel a tug of war going on with
Yeah.
who's going to do what. And he shows me people kind of not listening to you and pushing you to the side.
Yeah.
He's apologizing for that because
Yeah.
he is letting me know that you were the one who knew him best. You
Yeah.
knew what he wanted.
Yeah.
He also is letting me know that you are very open to the spirit world. You're
I
very,
am. Yeah.
yes, you're very claircognizant, which is connected to the crown chakra.
Yeah.
So he's constantly dropping information into you.
Yeah.
He's also saying to start trusting yourself more. That
Okay.
you'll get this information claircognizantly, and
I
you start
do. Yeah.
questioning yourself. Like, I don't know.
It's him. Yeah.
Yes,
I can
Well, you-
feel him.
yes. Well, you kind of question it sometimes. Like, was that real? Did
Yeah,
that
I
really
do.
happen?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's saying, yes, baby, it did really happen.
Okay. Thank you.
Now, is there a necklace you wear that reminds you of him?
I've got a necklace with his picture in it. Yeah, on my wall.
Very good. That's an acknowledgement again, furthering that I have your person because that is not something I would know.
I bought him a necklace as well, and he really loved it.
This is one that you wear, and so I knew because he made me want
Okay.
to take a necklace and play with it. So I knew there was a necklace that you
Yeah,
have
there is. Yeah.
that reminds you of him. So
Yeah.
you're saying there is one with the picture in it. You know, Sophia, he wants me to reiterate, and I feel like there was some back and forth of people maybe not giving you the credence that you really had in his life.
Yeah.
You were the love of his life.
Yeah.
He wanted nothing more than to grow old with you and
Same.
have adventures with you.
Yeah.
He is wanting you to know to trust yourself. There's been some erosion, and he's repeating this. So I want you to pay attention. When spirits repeat something, we got to listen up. There's been some erosion in your self-confidence and your ability to trust yourself in your decision-making capacity.
Yeah.
He's saying, stop that. You're brilliant. You know exactly what you're doing, and he's on the other side helping you. So make sure you listen to
Okay.
yourself.
Okay.
He's also telling me to tell you to take that trip. Have you been planning a trip?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Traveling.
Okay. He's saying to take it.
I want to travel the world.
Yeah. Very good. Well, thank you, Miss Sophia.
Oh, thank you so much.
All right. Man, he did a good job. We just have to give the spirit a hand. He did a good job with that name because I was like, what? I don't even know what I'm hearing right now. Thank you, Sissy. I want to thank everyone who has joined me today, liked and shared my live. If you haven't done so, please make sure you, yes, okay. I do want to answer this. Someone says, can I still connect with a spirit if they've reincarnated? Yes. Now, how does that work? Because all of us sitting right here, none of us have our entire soul in our body. We have something back in heaven called our oversoul, our higher self, whatever your terminology is for that. So I can connect to your higher self, your oversoul, whatever you call that. And so whenever I present your loved one. That's not how they are in spirit. They're giving me a holographic image, or they giving me information. Like I said, I'm hearing this name to let you know who they were on earth. If I told you what they looked like in heaven, you'd be like, we wouldn't get no spirits claimed. So their higher self will present the lifetime of the person that you remember, so we can connect to that. Does that make sense? Did that make sense, Steve?
Yep.
Okay. It's a kind of a complicated situation, a complicated explanation, but I want to make sure. Okay. And again, don't forget, next Wednesday, the 5th, I have a free event at noon. It is to really talk about if intro to mediumship is right for you. We'll talk about how we get information from spirit, the language of spirit, different levels of energy. And most people take that class just because they want to be more intuitive, not because they want to be trained psychic mediums, which of course it can also be a kickoff point for that. All right, everyone have a great Tuesday. I will be back here tomorrow at, I don't know, I have the schedule posted, 3 or 3:30. I don't remember what time it is, but anyway, the schedule's posted. All right, y'all have a great Tuesday.